Today, we're diving into shocking news that sent worldwide shockwaves. In a world where news rarely stirs our souls, today's headline has left us all in disbelief. The man who brought us endless laughter as Chandler Bing, the one and only Mathew Perry, has met an untimely and tragic end through an apparent drowning incident. Our hearts go out to his family, friends, and millions of fans. In this video, we'll look at the details surrounding this tragic event, the outpouring of love from fans, and his incredible legacy. The famous actor Mathew Perry, who played the witty Chandler Bing on the hit sitcom Friends in the 1990s in the US, passed away on Saturday following what appears to have been a hot tub drowning. He was 54 years old. According to law enforcement officials cited by the Los Angeles Times and TMZ.com, the American-Canadian musician was discovered dead in a bathtub at his Los Angeles residence. His death was confirmed by NBC, the network that aired Friends for 10 years. In a statement posted on social media platform X, celebrities and other well-known figures expressed their sorrow upon hearing the news. Former classmate Justin Trudeau of Canada, who now serves as Prime Minister, called Perry's death shocking and saddening in an Ottawa statement. According to NBC News, which cited an unidentified Perry representative and a law security source, Perry was discovered dead at his Los Angeles residence in the Pacific Palisades area. Further details regarding Perry's demise came to light after his death initially made news, and TMZ added to the story with information regarding the actor's last hours. According to the site, Perry played pickleball for 2 hours in the morning before returning home. He supposedly sent his assistant on a routine task when he arrived home. About 2 hours later, his assistant returned and discovered Perry was not moving. He immediately called 911. First responders were sent out to a Pacific Palisades property at 4:07 p.m. in response to the 911 call regarding an unidentified water emergency, according to Los Angeles Fire Department spokesman Brian Humphrey. He said that nobody had been taken to a hospital and that there were Los Angeles law enforcers from the West LA Division in attendance. Two authority sources reported later on Saturday that the Robbery Homicide Division of the police department, which looks into high-profile crimes and cases concerning celebrities, also responded. The sources stressed that there were no indications of foul play and that the matter was a death investigation. According to them, an autopsy would likely be performed by the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner, who might also find the cause and means of death. On Saturday night, more information regarding Perry's passing was not immediately available. Reactions to Perry's passing were received from all around Hollywood. Playing Janice, Chandler Bing's partner on Friends, Maggie Wheeler said Perry passed away too young and that those who knew him in actual life and on-screen will remember him. She expressed her hope that Perry was at peace, considering the difficulties he had stated in his memoir. Perry posted a picture of himself relaxing in a pool or jacuzzi at night on Instagram on October 23. The most well-known part that Perry performed was as Chandler during the 10-season run of the enormously successful television sitcom Friends, which co-starred Matt LeBlanc, Jennifer Aniston, David Schwimmer, Courtney Cox, and Lisa Kudrow and played from 1994 to 2004. Each one of the castmates, who portrayed a closely knit group of young adults who socialized at each other's houses and at a fictional Manhattan cafe called Central Perk, became global stars as a result of the series. The four remaining friends, Rachel, Joey, Phoebe, and Ross, one by one learned of the secret affair between Chandler and Monica Geller, portrayed by Cox, in one of the main plot lines. The two eventually tie the knot. 17 years since the series finale, the cast came together for a much-anticipated HBO Max special in 2021. At its peak of success, each actor on the show received $1 million per episode, making it the most viewed TV program in the United States for a while. In a memoir he published this year, Mathew shared confidential information about this difficult period of his life. He talked about his challenges, including his apparent weight gain, loss on the show. Perry's long battle with prescribed drug and alcohol addiction was primarily kept hidden from the public for the majority of its first run. He wrote about it in his 2022 book, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. "Hi, you may know me by another name, although my name is Mathew. My friends call me Maddie. And I should be dead," Perry wrote in the book's initial section. Perry claimed to have been sober for 18 months in an interview with the New York Times published in October 2022. He added, "I've probably spent $9 million or something trying to get sober." According to Perry's book, he needed to be driven back to the rehabilitation center immediately following the filming of the Chandler and Monica marriage episode. Mathew had several extremely emotional interviews throughout his book tour, including one in which he told Diane Sawyer his personal story in detail. While Perry seemed sober and free a year ago, fans expressed concern the year before when he and the rest of the cast members were promoting the Friends reunion show because they thought he was ill, occasionally slurring his words and appearing a little out of it. Perry battled addictions behind the scenes amid his success, going to rehab 15 times in the course of his career. In 2016, he claimed to have forgotten about filming Friends seasons 3 through 6 on Britain's BBC Radio 2. Although the exact cause of Mathew Perry's death is still unknown, many Friends fans are left wondering if his unexpected death was related to any of his previous health issues. In addition to using drugs, Mathew struggled with health problems, some of which were severe enough to require hospitalization. He had to have urgent surgery due to a gastrointestinal perforation in one instance, but he was fortunate to recover. He was recognized for his activism in 2015 by Phoenix House, a treatment facility, and told The Hollywood Reporter that, "You can't have an addiction to drugs for 30 years and then hope to have it treated in 28 days. The actor wrote about his health issues in his book, including a terrifying hospital stay he had for 5 months after using OxyContin and breaking his colon. Following the incident, Perry disclosed that he had a colostomy bag to wear for around a year after going into a 2-week coma. One of Perry's most significant decisions, which came from the experience, was giving up prescription painkillers. Perry had another near-death encounter during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic curfews when he needed surgery and was staying at a rehab facility in Switzerland. Propofol was carried out to him as part of his operation. When he awoke in a separate hospital after 11 hours, the staff informed him that the propofol had stopped his heart from beating for 5 minutes. After extensive CPR, 8 of his ribs were broken. Perry was a vital member of the Friends cast as Chandler Bing, the funny roommate of LeBlanc's Joey Tribbiani and the ultimate crush of Cox's Monica Geller. Chandler's presence in mainstream culture was fixed by his unique style and dry humor, which left behind expressions and situations that fans still find amusing. Could he possibly be more ideal for the part? Following Friends, Perry acted in 3 more canceled network TV series: Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, Mr. Sunshine, and Go On. Along with that, he had recurring roles or cameos in several popular TV series, such as Beverly Hills, 90210, The West Wing, Ally McBeal, and Scrubs. Fools Rush In, The Whole 9 Yards, Almost Heroes, and 3 to Tango were among his film credits. The actor, who was born in Massachusetts, grew up in Ottawa following the divorce of Perry's father and the marriage of a prominent Canadian broadcaster to his mother, Suzanne Morrison, a Canadian journalist who had previously worked as the then Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau's press secretary. Keith Morrison of Dateline is Perry's stepfather. John Bennett Perry, his dad, was a professional actor and model. In 1979, the younger Perry appeared in an episode of his father's police drama, 240 Robert. Perry moved to Los Angeles during his teen years. He appeared on TV as a guest star a few times before returning as Chaz Russell on Boys Will Be Boys from 1987 to 1988. He went on to have roles on Growing Pains and Sydney, but it was NBC's legendary sitcom Friends that gave him his big break in 1994. When Perry relocated to Los Angeles to pursue acting and improvised comedy, he was a top-ranked junior tennis player. Mathew Perry's journey had touched countless lives. His humor and vulnerability on screen were echoed in the hearts of his fans. And now, his untimely departure leaves a void that can never be filled. In the end, Mathew Perry's story is a stark reminder that life is fragile, and it's our shared moments, laughter, and love that truly matter. Let's remember the joy he brought us, and in that memory, may we find the strength to keep his legacy alive. Thank you for joining us today as we pay tribute to a remarkable talent who will forever remain in our hearts.